Okay, well my name is Kerry Kirwan. I'm the Learning Officer for Nantwich Museum.
Thank you. Tell us a bit about the museum in general, please.
Well, Nantwich Museum is really for the community. It tells the community story through the ages. So we have lots of things in the museum which are prehistory, Roman, up to the present day. So we collect a lot of things in the museum relating to sort of Nantwich life and Nantwich community.
And do you have any upcoming events or anything that may be of interest to the people in the wider scope?
This museum has quite a lot of different interesting things for a lot of people. So we have a lot of interactive spaces for families, so they can come and do quizzes, they can handle objects, they can do storytelling. For the general public, we have lots of displays on different time periods, which I think a lot of people find interesting. But we also do things like schools, and we have workshops, and we have one-off exhibits, like the football exhibit. We have lots of workshops, say on Wonders of Colour is coming up, that's our science workshops. We have our exhibition in the Millennium Gallery, and that this year is about local villages surrounding Nantwich. So it's really nice for the community to sort of come along and see how all of the communities together came to be. So there's quite a lot of information on that. So there's quite a lot really for different sort of age groups to be part of.
And what would be the best place to go and find out more information about all this?
Go onto our website, so just put in Nantwich Museum into the Google and it'll bring up the website. So on there you'll be able to find resources, different types of things that the museum holds, and you'll be able to log on and see what talks, tours and workshops are coming up through the year. So we always have something on every month, so it's always worth checking.
Thank you. And in particular now let's turn to the football section. How did that come about, and what made you start to curate it all together?
Okay, well, we are starting to revamp the museum, so we're starting to change various elements of it to tell a better story and a more coherent story as well. So we wanted something that was a bit more modern and something we felt was lacking elsewhere in the museum. So we sort of came across the sports, and we have a local author who wrote the Dabbers book, Michael. Michael approached us and said he had quite a few things in his collection, so he worked with Kate, my manager, and brought some things over to me, and then we just looked through all of his things and started to put together a bit more of a story. So we wanted to create a story from the earliest known information about the football club, really up to present day. So we decided to put on an exhibition in here with quite a lot of bits and pieces. And we've also got a visitor information folder with some extra things in for people to see. And we hope it kickstarts a bit more of a story for people that come in, who go and see the Dabbers, who remember them from a long time ago, and anybody really that's got anything in their collection that they feel they want to sort of pass on to somebody. This is the type of thing that Nantwich Museum would like to hold more of.
And how would somebody that would have say an old programme or an old kit or something, how would they go about giving it to you and getting it into the museum here? What would be the best way to go about doing that?
Okay, so if anybody does have anything related to Nantwich Football Club, we really would like to see it. Kate, our manager, is the person to go to. So it's worth just, in the first instance, giving a call to the museum and saying what you have. And we accept things on long-term loan. Sometimes people just want to put it on an immediate loan, which is this in here. It's going to be a loan for a few months. But if people want to just leave it where it's safe, the museum will look after it, and we can put it on display and keep it on display in the museum. So anything like that would be great. But the first point of contact is to come in and to the manager and just sort of like say or email in with things that you have with a little bit of a picture. That would be the first step.
And if you got, say, inundated with items, would you look to expand this section of the football department here in the museum?
We'd take a look at it. It's a very small museum, so we do have to be a little bit more careful than most museums. We have a good sort of storage section, but really when we have things, we like them to be out. So this is great. We can get quite a few bits and pieces in the museum displays. But we also have Millennium Gallery, we've got a community gallery, and we keep swapping those areas around. That just enables us to get things out of the collection that are not normally out and about or normally in the store. So they rotate really. So people do bring things in, and sometimes they can be in the store for a little while, but we'll always try and work out ways of getting it out into the museum. And we're also looking to redevelop the website. And on the website we'll be able to post a lot of pictures on there of items of the collection which are not currently out, but people can still see.
And is there a time frame for this football section before it all disappears and moves to a different section or not?
At the moment this is staying here for the rest of the year, and then we'll look next year as to what we will replace it with. It obviously needs to tell a story of Nantwich. And it needs to be quite a nice coherent story as this is here. So we'll see what happens, I think, for next year. Yes, if anybody wants to come to the museum, we're open Tuesdays to Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If people want to come in and have a look at the football and have a look at the information that we have here, those are the opening times, and of course when the website gets changed you'll be able to go on there and see other resources as well.